Game number 1 of the first semifinal match. At the bottom left position as the yellow Protoss, we have ZZZ Noob, aka fuNny, who again missed the 3 patches. I mean, fuNny Noob's a really good player. So I find it really funny that he doesn't split to 4 patches. Anyway, Bakuryu at the top right as the purple Zerg. I think in the long run it doesn't make that much of a difference. Like, as long as you split to at least 3, I think your 5th worker isn't delayed. So splitting to 4 is nice, but I think splitting to 3 is the minimum. To not slow yourself down. Something like that. Something like that. Okay, so what do we got over here? We've got Blue Storm. PvZ on Blue Storm. Ugh! I hate PvZ on Blue Storm. I hate it. I hate it so much. Aldrilivet says the world record is 30. Wait, really? It's 30 seconds for expert? Holy moly, that's insane. I think I've made it under 2 minutes like once. I think I got like 111 or something. Once. 30 seconds? Damn. Apparently it's 31.113. Alright. Is the person who did that like some little Asian girl somewhere? Because that's totally not fair. Guys, like, you know how Koreans are banned from foreigner Brood War tournaments, or some of them? I think we need to like ban little Asian kids from making world records, because it's just not fair, man. They make all the world records. I mean, come on. Give us a chance. Wait, is he gonna kill this? Oh no! The drone buddy saved him! Oh, got him. Ah, nice. Anyway, we got the Forge, got the Nexus. That's actually pretty brave, because the pool's already done. I think if you make the cannon now, it's just in time, though. The thing that scares me about this, though, is like this wall is so open. But Bakuryu did only make 2 lings, it seems. Okay. All right. I like it. Dun, dun, dun. 2 lings coming in. I think this is a goon. Oh, get in there! Oh, the timing. Could you imagine if he made 6 lings? That would have been dead Protoss. But Bakuryu doesn't do stuff like that. Bakuryu is a super standard player. I'm actually glad to see Bakuryu in the semifinals here, because I know Bakuryu kind of came back to being an active player just quite recently. Like, obviously Bakuryu used to be one of the top, maybe not necessarily the top, but definitely a super high level foreign Zerg. And I think he's played a couple of tournaments recently. He hasn't done super well. Anyway. Oh. Going after the pylon, interestingly, instead of going after the probes. I guess he's trying to bait individual probes out, because if he goes into the probe line to try and kill some, he could get stacked on, and it's only 2 lings. 2 lings is a little bit vulnerable to these probe arenas. Look at it, he's doing a lot of damage, though. Where's the first zealot? The first zealot's still not out yet. If he kills the first pylon, that would actually, or not the first, obviously, but if he kills this pylon, that would be pretty nice. Bakuryu did take the bottom right, by the way. He's actually gonna get this, I think. The zealot's coming down. He's gonna get it. He gets the pylon. I can't believe it. He actually gets away as well. Oh my god. Of all the freaking things, he actually killed the pylon. He didn't want to get probe drilled, so he got the thing that couldn't drill him. Wow, this is pretty nice here for Bakuryu. In the meantime, Summoning Score being built at the front, because this pylon, I guess, wasn't finished yet. No, it's actually finished now. I mean, you know, that's not the end of the world, but 100 pylons, or 100 minerals early in the game is nothing to scoff at, especially since it's basically free from the 2 Zerglings. The only potential issue for Bakuryu now is if fuNny goes for an aggressive Zealot opening again, like those +1 speed lots. This base, it's hard to make a SimCity here, and it's very far away from the Zerg's natural, as you can see by ground. So imagine, like last game, you know, the 3 bases that Drone took were quite close to each other, right? It's much easier, and they even had, they even had an easier SimCity. But on this map, I think the early speed loss shenanigans would be very effective. Now, having said that, there's no +1 here from fuNny, so he's actually not going for that. Second gas here. This, by the way, is much faster than last game. You remember last game? Last game, I think he took his second gas at almost 80 supply. It was like 76 when I looked, and it still wasn't taken. So last game, fuNny got the super late second gas. He had like 20 Zealots run into Drone's main and actually kill it. But this time he's doing a much more normal build. Alrighty. Looks like fuNny is just poking across the map with 4 slow Zealots here. And no second gas for Bakuryu, but he did go mutas though. I was wondering actually what he was building, because I didn't see anything. He's gotten 2 mutas here. And this is actually not a bad idea because, you know, like I said, the bottom right base is very far away from here by ground, but, you know, mutas can fly around and they're super speedy. And also, when you go mutas, you tend to get speedlings as well. So he's going to clear out these first 4 Zealots very easily, and now going to go for the counterattack. However, there should be enough time for some cannons to be built here. The mutas did have to chill out for a bit, and he is going for Corsairs. He's got 1 Corsair out already. Going to have 2 Corsairs, I think, by the time the mutas get here. But if a couple of Scourge come in, that could be quite bad. And this cannon's not going to finish. Bakuryu is probably going to deny this from finishing, although he's got to be careful with the micro here. Looks like he's going to grab one of these probes and then go back to help out his Zergling buddies. And there we go, another couple of Zealots do fall, so I think Bakuryu's in very good shape. Bakuryu actually, at a 15 supply advantage this early in the game, should really not be happening. This is not looking great here for fuNny. Now, I do see +1 spinning. I see the +1 ground weapons as well. Double cannons in the main, Templar Archives on the way. So the mutas have backed off a little bit. Getting yet another macro hatchery at the bottom right here. That will help out as well, actually. You can kind of like, in this early game, you can kind of have a double rally point, so you can have like these 3 hatcheries producing to here, the other 3 producing to your natural. Later on, you can group up the rallies like onto this platform after you take the mineral only, and then everything all comes here. But until that point, having the extra hatchery here rather than in your main allows you to basically match the production, so neither the natural nor the third is particularly weaker than the other in terms of reinforcing, which again kind of covers or makes up for the fact that it's so far away by ground. So this base can now produce its own defenses rather than, or at least enough to delay until help comes from the natural. If that was going to be a problem. At this point, that's not going to be a problem anymore because Bakuryu is pretty well ahead in this game. 18 supply lead. You know, he killed off all those initial Zealots. fuNny is a bit of a mystery to me because I think this is the second game we've seen where he goes for an attack with unupgraded Zealots. Like, +1 speed lots are amazing. Even if you don't get speed, like if you can get 1 of the upgrades, it's also really good, right? So if you only get +1 and they're slow lots, they can still fight everything. If you don't get +1, but at least you get speed, well, if you find yourself in an unfavorable position, you can run away. But if you're completely unupgraded, I'm not convinced that you should be attacking with just vanilla Zealots in the mid-game, or the early mid-game. It just seems like an easy way to just throw away your Zealots. Like, why not just mass them up in your natural and wait for your upgrades to finish? Okay, maybe the upgrades finish later, sure. But at least the Zealots will do something. Corsairs are coming out now, though. There are 5 Corsairs. +1 attack isn't done. I think he was getting +1 attack, right? I think he was. I mean, it could have been Goon range. but I'm pretty sure that would be +1 attack, given that he's... Yeah, okay, it was +1 attack. So he's got 6 Corsairs with +1 air weapons. But that is a lot of Hydras coming out. Oh. Looks like one of them gonna get taken immediately. And there's no High Templar here. No storms on the map. Oh my god, Bakuryu could just win right now. It looks like he's... Oh my god, look, he's actually left the Zealots for the flank. He's got to be careful not to get spotted. He hasn't been spotted yet. If he can sandwich the Hydras between the cannons and the dudes, it could be good. Bakuryu going for the Templar's life. The Templar's stuck. The Templar gets stuck. The Templar's still alive. The Templar falls. And here come the Hydras. There was only a single Templar here. The Mutas died, but the Mutas are completely unimportant now. The Corsairs are in the Zerg main base. Here is the flank attack. They are flanking from the high ground. But I think that is so many Hydras, although another cannon is going to fall. He's going to pick off all the units that were flanking attack. This is very, very dangerous for fuNny right now. Another High Templar coming out, but it's not going to have Storm just yet. One more cannon left in range of the wall. And it is very, very close, but you can see more reinforcements coming down. The Corsairs trying to do what they can. Looks like only 3 Corsairs are left. He's building more cannons in desperation, but Bakuryu is busting open the front there. It looks like a cancel there, or maybe it was just killed from the top side. The Hydralisks are coming in. They are not actually blocked by this, although it looks like a bit... Oh no, a bit of a rally error, a bit of a pathing error from Bakuryu actually means a lot of his Hydralisks are on the side. He does pick off that cannon. He probably wants to snipe these High Templar. This Templar has energy for Storm. Doesn't have Storm. It does have a Psionic Storm. And fuNny may actually hold this somehow. Oh man. I think fuNny is somehow alive right now, but I would be surprised if he continues to stay alive, because he is down 15 supply still. Bakuryu's still massing out those Hydras. He's actually gotten his mineral only while all this was happening, and it doesn't seem that he really lost too much from the Corsairs there. Didn't get massively supply blocked or anything. It looks like more storms in the front. First one was dodged, second one not so much. And it looks like Bakuryu, is being held off still. No energy on this Templar. He's making a desperation Archon. I think this pathing thing is actually helping him a lot, even though technically the Hydralisks can run through this gap. They get stuck here, so they just get bottlenecked, and they can't come through that effectively. You can see he's choosing more to run them along the top side here. And just spam producing Hydraling right now to keep the pressure up. It's even upgrade. Yeah, one range attack versus 1 ground attack of the Protoss. These Templars need a little bit of time to get energy. They are fresh High Templars, but more Hydras running to the death. Bakuryu now being incredibly inefficient with these Hydralisks. The supply gap is closing. In fact, it's pretty much closed right now. Bakuryu had a great opportunity, but I think partly due to the architecture of the map, he just kind of threw tons of units away for nothing there. I cannot believe fuNny is actually stabilizing here. This is crazy. But Bakuryu is taking up the Hive though. So it's not like Bakuryu was all in or anything. Like, he's got a very good amount of drones. He's getting his Hive. He's got his 4 bases. He potentially, is he gonna go for a drop? Blue Storm is a nice map for Doom drops. Well, looks like fuNny is gonna take his mineral only. And he's gonna see the lurkers out. I don't think he has a robo yet. No, there's definitely no observers here. Can he get some good storms off though? There was actually only 1 lurker. That's a great storm. 2 good storms. He's got a decent amount of High Templar now. Oh my god, look at the sudden swing in the supplies. fuNny now. fuNny is winning the game. Bakuryu's not storm dodging for some reason. Wow, but it's actually super close. Wait, what? fuNny actually lost this. Wait, what? I thought fuNny won this engagement, but it turned out he only had Templar left, and now Bakuryu's gonna get 3 free Archon kills. This game is madness. Oh my god, I think, wow, fuNny needed to go save those Archons. If he could have set these units out and saved those 3 Archons, that would have been huge. Archons are no joke, although they're not amazing against Hydras, but still, they're pretty good. Observatory finally finishing now, get some ops. for those lurkers. The main base is pretty much mined out though, and Bakuryu now taking the 6 o'clock base. I mean, fuNny still has a marginal supply lead. No, not anymore. It looks like Bakuryu is swinging back into the supply lead. But given the difference earlier on, I'm still very surprised it's gotten to this state. The problem is, though, no more High Templars for fuNny. High Templars are what he needs against this mass Hydralisk. He needs High Templars. No, Zealots aren't going to cut it anymore, especially with Lurkers on the field. Oh my god, look at this. The mass Lurker morph above fuNny's mineral only. Still looking pretty bad. Looks like the Filer Mound is also done. He's going to be able to get Adrenal Glands for his Zerglings. A big group of Zealots, though, is moving out. 10 Zealots, 12 Zealots. Going to go snipe some bases, but Bakuryu is on top of it. Sees it coming out. Going to catch it with some Hydraling. And looks like fuNny is gonna be chased away here. Looks like, holy, wait, if they don't spread out though, they could get stormed, but there's no storm here, there's no High Templar. Oh man, and now the Hydras are coming in, he needs some storms. There's the High Templar, he could storm everything. He's gonna be careful not to storm his own off, he's gonna kill his own observer, but he's gonna storm lots of stuff. Is it gonna be enough though? Another big storm, lots of big storms everywhere. The probes are all dying, and I think this is gonna be it. Bakuryu is gonna take out fuNny here in this first game of the semifinal. No hope saving this Nexus. All the probes are gonna die. T5, no GG from fuNny. Oh no. And Bakuryu takes him down. Wow, Bakuryu. That's pretty impressive, man. I mean, fuNny 2-0'd Drone, and Drone is pretty good. Alright, at the top right position is the blue Protoss. We have ZZZ Noob, aka fuNny Nexus, and at the top left is the brown Zerg. We have LRM Bakuryu. Alright, Bakuryu with the 1-0 lead here in this series. It is a best of 3. It's a best of 3 the whole way through. So I'm really hoping I have time to steal everything. Cast everything. And fuNny, clearly unhappy about that loss in game number 1. Let's see what he decides to do here. It's like no cheese or anything. He's just gonna make the pylon as natural, as normal. So looks like it is gonna be a gateway expand. He's not sending the probe out just yet. And I'm trying to think, what did Bakuryu do last game? Did Bakuryu 12 hatch or overpull? What was actually the build? I can't remember what the build was. Ah well. Alrighty then. And it looks like there indeed is the gateway expand. And oh, he's checking for the Overlord, but it's not there. Oh, it's not there. See, I think Protoss probably can't do this anymore because I've seen so many Zergs today in this matchup scout in a way that the probe doesn't actually see the Overlord when he does the check like that. I think Protoss need to legit stop doing this because it doesn't really work very consistently now. Zergs have figured it out, man. They know. Oh, look at this, and Bakuryu 12 hatch does well. This is exactly what Bakuryu wants. Oh man, that is unfortunate for fuNny here. Alrighty then. Looks like the drone is going to the 12 o'clock. Interestingly, he sees the gateway here. Does he still? No, he doesn't. I was gonna say, does he still want to make the third base at the 12 o'clock? He doesn't. So that's good. So now, looks like Bakuryu not even gonna bother to hide the Overlord. First Zealot is heading over. And interestingly, Bakuryu, instead of taking the third base, choosing to make his third hatchery at his natural. I really don't think that's necessary. It's not a 2-gate, it's a gateway expand. You can take your third base for sure, same as against the Forge Fast Expand. But I guess Bakuryu didn't want to delay his third hatch too much, because remember, he initially was planning to take it at the 12 o'clock, and then he changed his mind when he scouted the Gateway Expo. Wait, what is he doing? Okay. So it could just be that the timing of building the third hatchery was more important than when it was actually built. Looks like he's going to take care of this first Zealot fairly easily. Second Zealot moving in here, but no drones have been transferred yet, so nothing really for him to gain over here. Nice control here from Bakuryu, actually. I don't think he even lost that initial drone that I thought was going to die. So this is pretty good, and of course, you know, having only the 2 bases is definitely still beneficial. It makes it easier to defend against the gateway pressure here. Because if he had a third base, let's say at the 9 o'clock, you know, this Zealot, for example, could have run to the 9 o'clock base instead. It's like one drone. Perhaps being sent over there to make that base as we speak. Meanwhile, looks like the Nexus is pretty much done. Zealot is done here. Zealot no kills yet. Have these Zealots killed any drones? Yeah, I don't think any drones have died from Bakuryu's 12 hatch, which is really, really good stuff from Bakuryu. Alright, what do we got over here? Is that the core? Yep, core is on the way. This Zealot is trying to buy some time here. He knows he can't do any damage anymore, so he's trying to bait Bakuryu's Zerglings downwards so that he doesn't go for the counterattack. The cannon is going to finish now, and 2 more Zealots are on the field. Looks like, oh man, that Zealot is trying to bait. He's actually also checking for the third. I don't think fuNny actually, he didn't follow that drone all the way to the 9, so he doesn't know the 9 is here. So he checks the bottom left for the third base, and now he's going to go to the 9 o'clock. He's going to see that. The Zerglings look like they're going to intercept. Bakuryu actually making a lot more Zerglings as well. He's gone up to 4 hatches before Lair. I feel like he's slightly overmade Zerglings. He's actually splitting them out now to look for where the Zealot went. Now he's going to know. He's going to bring them back to take care of this. You can see on the minimap all the big fan out and then coming back. And what else do we have? Boom. Taking him down. All right. So, we got second gateway, we got Stargate, no Citadel that I can see. That's strange. Did he forget? Building second and third gateway before Citadel doesn't seem right to me, but there it is now. Because now his Templars are going to be super, super late. They're going to be very, very late Templars. But I guess if he makes like a lot of Speedless Zealots again, it might not matter that much. Nice control here. You actually, it's actually important as the Protoss in these engagements to actually do like a move and shoot or a move and punch, I guess, for the Zealots, because the Zerglings' attack cooldown is much shorter than the Zealots' attack cooldown. So by moving in between attacks, you actually reduce the Zergling DPS without actually affecting your own that much. This is why, you know, good Protoss players like Bonneth, for example, can get insane value out of their Zealots because they really abuse that mechanic. But we saw fuNny do a great job there as well. Look at this, he's got an 8-kill Zealot right here. Although it looks like it's finally gonna, oh, it's gonna kill a drone before finally falling at the third base. Someone just said Seeky's gonna play in the TL Open. That's awesome. That is awesome news. I really need to go finalize the seeds and the bracket and stuff before the thing starts. It's like one Corsair is gonna get pushed away here. And Spire on the way as well. Seems pretty good. Alright, what do we got? We got... Wait, still no Templar Archives? Really? Really? He's just going 5-gate speed lock. Does he have +1? Okay, at least he has +1. By the way, he can't get +2 upgrade yet because he doesn't have Templar Archives. You need a Templar... Oh my god, is he just gonna die to Hydras now? Wait a minute. Wait. The Zealots can flank. They don't have speed yet, though, even. Oh my god. Slow lots against Hydras. Fortunately for him, Bakuryu only has like 10 Hydras or 11 Hydras. Man, if Bakuryu actually had just spammed Hydras there, I think he could have just won the game. But it looks like it didn't quite line up that way. And finally, the Templar Archives is making now. That's an archive starting at almost 8:20 on the game clock. Where? Wait, what? Oh, there we go. I was like, where's that Corsair? Oh man, I don't think his ult's gonna do anything though. Yeah, there's a bit too many Hydras now. And he's going for the third base, but this mass Hydra counter, I don't think Bakuryu actually realizes how late the Templar Archives is, or he would be going super aggro right now. But he just assumes that there will be Storm relatively soon, in which case if you attack into it, you know, you'll get obliterated. And it's a perfectly reasonable assumption, right? Why would you think that the Protoss's Templar tech would be this late? Definitely no reason. Alrighty. I see people talking about Money King, aka Shiny. Yeah, he's not allowed to play, so just clearing that up. I mean, it is in the rules, guys. No Korean or Chinese IPs for TL Open. Anyway, looks like Cannon not quite going to be in time here. Oh man, he lost one Corsair as well. That was a good attempt by Bakuryu to actually catch them on the retreat. Didn't quite get the intercept. Oh, looks like he kills the Corsair, but actually a bit of missed micro here, but he's still got 7 mutas, and this is really painful for fuNny. Oh man, he might even catch one of the initial Templars. He's flying in here. He's going to see the cannon finishing, but 7 mutas can kill this by themselves. Although it looks like there's one more cannon in the back, so he's going to fly away. He does lose another muta on the retreat. Going to see more cannons being made here in the natural. Going to do even more damage here. Meanwhile, the Hydra's massing up in the middle of the map at a big speed up. But look at it! Look at his freaking Zealot force! He's doing the same thing he did against Drone here. Oh my goodness. He's actually going for the natural. He's not going for the third base. He is going into the main base exactly as he did against Drone on Jade. Oh my god, he's moving in here, but a nice wall from Bakuryu. The mutas are overhead, adding what little DPS they do have. Hydralisks coming back. They were slightly out of position. They were getting ready to take down the Protoss third, and it looks like this attack is not going to do nearly as much damage as it did against Drone. Look at this. Almost all the Zealots falling. Only 2 Zealots making it into the main base. Looks like maybe 1 or 2 drone kills here at the natural. 2 Zealots, though, in the main base are potentially going to get a few more drone kills before getting taken down. And at least, while this has all been going on, fuNny has gotten time to build his cannons in his main base and his natural, and he's also built his third nexus. You can see on the minimap, Bakuryu has built a 4th here at the bottom left, but this bottom right base is almost finished. He might want a couple more cannons here to make it absolutely safe, but it seems that fuNny has stabilized, although he lost a lot of probes here. Look at these, he has 69 supply against 80 right now. And well, it's going to send a few probes down to 3 o'clock. Bakuryu actually double expanding after holding off that attack. Wow. That is pretty impressive. Alright, looks like 3+1 speed loss heading down to the bottom left. Hatchery is now under attack. I might be a forced cancel here. The mutas are coming down. The mutas coming down really fast. They might be able to save it actually. It's gonna be pretty close. Oh man, it's gonna be close. 40 HP. Wow, I think it got down to like 45 HP. I mean, look at the bright side, guys. Now that there's so many dead Zealots, there's plenty of souls to fill the Dragoon shells, right? Because that's how you make Dragoons. Dragoons are made out of the souls of dead Zealots, so you know, fuNny just thinking ahead here. Just getting ready to spam out Dragoons. Wait, wouldn't that be cool if there was some mechanic where you had like a resource counter for the number of Zealots that died that game, and you could only make Dragoons equal to the number of dead Zealots that were in the game? I mean, it would be pretty dumb gameplay wise, but thematically, I think it would be cool. Alright, looks like 6 Mutalisks now flying into the 3 o'clock base, but there are plenty of cannons here. Yeah, they're not really going to be able to do anything. Alright, looks like... Robo on the way. 1, 2, 3, looks like 8 gateways. Oh, that might be Green Range actually. I feel like that should have been done by now. But maybe not. And looks like, oh, 1 DT, can he finish it? Where's the Overlord? Oh no, he's not gonna get it. Nice try though. Definitely a nice try. It seemed that Bakuryu actually saw that, possibly from this Overlord, or this Overlord, before it got in. That's how he reacted so fast. And here we go, now the Protoss moving out. By the way, only +1 attack done for the Protoss. Although no upgrades here for Bakuryu. Bakuryu really late on those upgrades, I think. I mean, Drone was already at like 1-1 by this point, and uh-oh, he's walking into the Lurker Fire. That's not so good here. 24 supply lead for Bakuryu, but remember, in that Fighting Spirit game with fuNny versus Drone, Drone also had a bit of a supply lead when fuNny moved out, and fuNny completely crushed him because his army was out of position. Now, in this game, that's not the case. As you can see, most of the army is actually correctly positioned by Bakuryu's bases. Bakuryu is on 5 bases. I mean, fuNny's the one who needs to attack here. Bakuryu doesn't need to attack. He can just chill, because he's on 5 bases against 3. It really doesn't matter. I like this gateway layout, by the way. This is pretty nice. Pretty sweet. Meanwhile, looks like fuNny's contemplating taking the 12. When the Hive Tech finishes and Darkstorm finishes, that's going to be a real pain in the butt. Because it's going to be such a short route for Zerg to actually attack that. He's going triple Evos now, getting his Defiler Mound. And it looks like... Oh no, it's just a Corsair, it's not a shuttle. Okay, supply's actually relatively even again. 153 to 154, but that does usually mean the Zerg is ahead. Well, I really thought we were going to see a big fight, but it looks like fuNny is just going to play this defensively and just take the 12. The problem with taking the 12, so the 12, of course, since he's attacking along this path, it's more defended, but you know, he has nowhere to expand next. Like, eventually he'll need to go to the bottom right, whereas if he focuses his army more at the bottom right natural, he would then get the free main base. So you basically get 2 bases for 1. Having said that, if he did try to take this base and focus his army kind of around here, he's quite vulnerable to getting like attacked at 2 places, because then Bakuryu can, you know, send some units to the natural. When the Protoss army comes to defend here, he sends more units to the bottom right, natural, and it can get quite a pain to play as Protoss if the Zerg's really good at multitasking. But here we go. We got a bit of an engagement. Some of the units actually coming down from the bottom side. I guess this was a reinforcement force. The main army is on the top side. A lot of Dragoons are left, but a lot of the High Templars have fallen, and it doesn't look like fuNny's really going to do that much. A big storm on the incoming Lurkers. Another secondary storm. It's going to kill a lot of those Lurkers. But fuNny's army is going to get crushed here. He needs to run away with the Dragoons. Without Storm, the Dragoons are completely useless here. He needs to run them away, and Bakuryu completely crushes the first attack and could potentially deny this base as well. fuNny is in some serious trouble in this game. Oh man, Bakuryu even coming up the right side here. These Dragoons are going to fall. Dragoons are pretty expensive units to be losing like this. I do see some more Protoss reinforcements on the other side. They're not going to get up in time though. And it looks, I think Adrenal Gland is finished. +1 Carapace is also finished. This base probably is going to have to get canceled. I don't see how fuNny can hold it, but he might just trying desperately to hold it, because if he loses this base, he probably loses the game. He's got 1 more storm. Is he going to use it? He's got storms here. He needs to use the storms. He does use the storms. He's transferred probes into the base. Bakuryu is just killing all of them, though. Finally, some more units are coming in. But I think Bakuryu now has a lock on this game. He might not kill the Nexus with this wave of units, but the second wave of units surely will. He's got the Filers now. He's got plenty of Lurkers still left. It looks like the Hydralisk will get cleaned up here at the 12 o'clock position, but Bakuryu is still with a 20 supply advantage. He's got plenty of hatches. He's taking, look at he's taking another base. Look at the minimap. Bakuryu is taking the entire map right now, playing it as a Zerg should. Ooh, full energy Defiler though, does get sniped. Alright, well. Oh. Looks like some Zealots are getting taken down. And Zerglings as well. Those are some pretty good storms. Oh no! Oh no, Lurker Field stopping the reinforcements. That's pretty bad. Wow, looks like fuNny just transferred all the probes from his main and almost all of them from his natural. Third base is still looking okay. Huh. What else does he have here? He's in pretty bad shape. Oh, looks like a few more units did die though. Bakuryu's unit control definitely seems to be a little bit lacking. Like, Bakuryu has really good macro, but from what we've seen in this series, he's not really on top of the storm dodging. He kind of just A-moves stuff forward and doesn't really look at it anymore. I think Bakuryu's a relatively low APM player. Actually, look at this. Both players are very low APM players. Oh my god. Whoa! Oh, the storm! He loses the base, though. He loses the base and all the probes. He only got a few Eye Templar left. 94 supply to 142. Bakuryu. Bakuryu. The Stash Zerg is back, ladies and gentlemen. Ultralisk Cavern on the way. Oh man, oh, random mobs. It's okay, he's alive. It's fine. I mean, fuNny's kind of in desperation mode right now. He's pretty much only got his third left. He's actually he's got like 700 minerals or something left here at the main that he could mine. He should probably put a couple more probes back. You can put like 2 probes back to help mine that out. Alright, well. Looks like fuNny is now going to the bottom right, but with such a big supply deficit, I don't think there's anything you can do. If you want to move out and take a fourth, like at another natural on this map against Zerg, you really need to have the ground army superiority. Having said that, he's actually doing a decent job. Snipes the Defiler here. He does lose one of his High Templar. And interestingly, he's taking this Nexus with the Zerg already in the main. Oh, there's a Nidus here as well. Bakuryu can actually send units through the Nidus to hit from the backside. I'm actually not sure what Bakuryu's doing right now. He's just waiting for Ultras. Oh my god, he could get stormed. Oh my god, he could get stormed into oblivion, but no, it looks like he's gonna grab that. Oh, the storm! Oh man, that was a good storm. Hydras blocking the main army from coming back. Probably want to run back to their Lurker buddies, since this is a mostly Zealot force. The Lurkers are absolutely going to shred this. Oh god. Oh god. fuNny's just running into the Lurker field. He could potentially get a good storm off. And actually, these Zealots are just tanking up like crazy. They're taking a lot of damage. But most of them actually live somehow. But look at this. Units coming down from the Nidus, taking down the 4th base. fuNny cannot expand. He has no possible way for him to take another base. I mean, Bakuryu is basically just starving him out right now. Bakuryu is just going to starve fuNny out of this game. You can see he's even taking the 12 o'clock for himself. He's taking the whole map, guys. The Zerg is everywhere. Fighting Spirit now belongs to the Zerg. +3 attack is finished against 3-2. Look at that. It's 3-2-2 actually. 3 carapace, 2 melee attack, and 2 range attack. Bakuryu, I commented that his initial upgrade was a little bit slow earlier on, but it looks like he really caught up with the triple Evo chambers. fuNny persevering here. He's pulling the kicks. It's no longer the fantasy GG timing. It's now the kicks GG timing. But I think once he... Oh, even storming his 2 observer. I think once this army dies, he should know that the game is over. And GG from fuNny. Bakuryu with the 2-0 victory. After we saw fuNny take out Drone, I thought he was going to go possibly all the way to the finals. But that means that Bakuryu is in the finals. Do we have his opponent yet? I do not see it on the bracket. Wow. Whew, well played there by Bakuryu.